I had been counting down the days to my wedding for months. Everything was planned. The venue, the flowers, the music, the guest list. My fiancée Claire seemed excited too. At least that's what I thought. The night before the wedding, we had a small rehearsal dinner with family and close friends. The mood was light, everyone laughing, sharing memories. I was on cloud nine. I believed in us, in the life we were about to start together. After the dinner, Claire suggested we go out for a last night as fiancé and fiancée. I agreed, thinking it was romantic, a sweet moment before the big day. We walked to a nearby hotel bar, just the two of us, sipping cocktails, sharing a laugh, and reminiscing about how we met. Then she got a text. I didn't think much of it at first. People get texts. But the way she tensed, the way her fingers hovered over the screen before opening it, made my heart sink. She tried to hide it, laughing awkwardly as she typed a response. "Everything okay?" I asked. "Yeah, just a work thing," she said, forcing a smile. But her eyes weren't smiling. They were avoiding mine. I felt it then, a shift in the air, a weight I couldn't explain. I wanted to dismiss it, to ignore the feeling, to believe everything was fine. But something in her demeanor told me otherwise. Later that night, we returned to her apartment to drop off a few things. She wanted to freshen up, and I waited on the couch, scrolling through my phone. And then I saw it. Her phone buzzed again. She left it on the coffee table, screen up, briefly unlocked. The messages weren't meant for me. They were from a man I didn't know well, someone she had met through work. Flirty, intimate messages, plans to meet, inside jokes, words that made my chest tighten and stomach drop. I couldn't believe it. I stared at the screen, trying to convince myself I was imagining things. But there it was, plain as day. My fiancée, the woman I was supposed to marry in less than 24 hours, was cheating. I confronted her immediately. "Claire, what is this?" I asked, my voice low, trembling. She froze. For a moment, I saw panic cross her face. Then, almost as if she had rehearsed it, she laughed nervously. "Ryan, it's not what it looks like, I swear." "Not what it looks like?" I repeated, disbelief burning in my chest. "You're planning to meet another man, tonight, the night before our wedding, and you want me to believe this is okay?" She tried to explain, saying it was complicated, that it didn't mean anything, that she was stressed and confused. But every word was a lie, every excuse was weak, transparent, and utterly hollow. I left. I couldn't stay. I couldn't pretend that this betrayal wasn't the most devastating thing I had ever faced. I walked out into the night, my heart shattered, the weight of what I had just discovered pressing down like 1,000 stones. The next morning, I didn't go to the wedding. I didn't answer her calls. I didn't respond to texts. I couldn't. I had to process what had happened. I had to rebuild the fragments of my trust and self-respect that she had shattered in a single night. Family and friends were confused, hurt, angry. I explained as best I could. Claire had chosen her actions over our love, and there was nothing I could do to change that. In the days that followed, I realized something crucial. Betrayal isn't just a single act. It's a pattern, a choice. And when someone chooses to deceive you, especially at the point where trust should be absolute, it reveals their true character. I sold the dress, canceled the venue, returned the gifts. Everything that symbolized the life we were supposed to build together became a reminder of deceit. Months later, I look back at that night, the night before my wedding, not just with pain, but with clarity. I realized I had escaped a lifetime of misery, manipulation, and betrayal in just a few hours. It hurt, yes, more than anything I had ever experienced, but it also saved me from a marriage built on lies. Claire's cheating didn't just end our engagement, it gave me a lesson I will never forget. Trust is sacred, and once broken, it cannot be repaired with words alone. Actions define love. Loyalty defines love. And she had none of either. I don't know where she is now, or if she even regrets it. I don't care. I have rebuilt my life, stronger and wiser. And every time I think back to that night, I'm grateful, not for her, but for the clarity that betrayal gave me. The night before my wedding changed everything. It shattered my illusions, destroyed my trust, and left me reeling. But it also gave me freedom. Freedom to walk away, freedom to protect myself, and freedom to find someone who truly deserves my heart.